The boy suddenly broke out in a cold sweat. He could clearly feel that something extremely dangerous was inside the house. Still, his curiosity pulled him in. As soon as his feet stepped inside, his eyes fell on teeth stained with blood scattered on the floor. And at that moment, a dark shadow quietly appeared behind him. Before he could react, he fled outside in terror. He thought an intruder must be inside. So he tried to scare it off with his dog and threatened that he would release the dog if it didn't leave. The figure didn't move at all. Forced, he unfastened the dog's chain without realizing that decision would prove disastrous. The dog rushed in, a blood-curdling scream rang out, and the next instant the door burst open. The dog's severed head was thrown out. Seeing it, Max panicked, ran into the house, and grabbed a small knife from a drawer. At that moment, his grandfather arrived, heard the commotion, and started scolding him without understanding anything. Cornered, Max told the whole truth. The grandfather called for the dog, but there was no answer, which made him angrier. Grabbing a weapon, he went to the hut and, seeing the dog's head on the ground, his blood boiled. He called several times but got no response from inside. Despite his grandson's protests, he flung the door open and went in. A short while later, the same terrible scream came from inside. Terrified, Max opened the door and saw his grandfather wounded. But when he stepped forward to help, he too was pulled inside. Fear completely gripped him. He wedged a piece of wood against the door and tied the dog's chain tightly so whatever was inside couldn't get out. Then blood began to seep under the door, and he realized his grandfather was gone. He went inside, downed a beer to steady himself, and thought about calling the police. But as a minor, he feared being returned to the orphanage, so he held back. He reinforced the door and stayed awake all night. The next morning, he went back to the hut with a baseball bat and at last saw the horrifying truth. It wasn't a human at all, but a dangerous vampire who was afraid of sunlight.